It is no coincidence that when a user opens up the Safari Internet app on an iOS device, the search field is linked to Google. So joining us now to explain what that means is Roger CHENG. He's the executive editor over at CNET. And so, Roger, this is an interesting dynamic among tech titans, and I don't use that word loosely here. What kind of deal did Apple and Google make for Apple to feature Google's search tool, device, bar, whatever you want to call it, in all of its devices?
Right. It's been revealed that basically Google has paid Apple around $1 billion to make sure that it's front and center on the iPhone. And the size of that deal shows you how important it is to have prime real estate on that iPhone. As we're doing more and more of our searches on our phone, being the default search engine on the iPhone is critically important.
All right, so Roger, it's interesting to me only because we talk about Apple and Google all the time, yet we never talk about the business relationships between them. They're big competitors. Why did they try so hard, it seems like, why did they try so hard to keep this amount that they paid each other, Google paying $1 billion to Apple, under wraps? Why was it such a secret, I guess is the best way to put it? Yeah,
well, it's an embarrassing disclosure on both sides, right? For Google, having a number public like this allows other manufacturing partners to potentially negotiate better deals. If nothing else, there's a public benchmark out there that its partners can negotiate against. And for Apple, it's a bit of an embarrassment because Tim Cook has made such a big deal about railing against how Google makes money off of your personal data. Well, it turns out Apple makes the same money, makes the same kind of profit off your information as well.
All right, so that's the interesting part about I guess in what other ways can both of these companies, both Apple and Google, be hurt by the idea that the public now knows how much the worth is or how much the value is of this business relationship?
Well, it's more about, it goes back to the rivalry between Apple and Google, right? Like the two sides certainly don't agree on anything, and so the fact that there's this revelation it's a weird and counterintuitive thing.
All right, so Google and Apple, this kind of a relationship lends questions as to what it says about each company. What does it say about Google's core business, the fact that it is paying this kind of money to Apple just to be featured there?
Right, well, Google is all about sort of the flashy projects, Google Glass, self-driving cars, the ability to provide cell signals with balloons. But, this deal, the magnitude of this deal really shows you that when it comes down to it, it's all about the core search business and getting in front of as many people as possible, serving as many ads as possible. And doing it through this deal is one of the biggest ways to generate and make sure they're front and center in people's eyes.
All right, so Alphabet's Google, it's still all about search in many ways, shapes, and forms, Roger. Thank you so much for your thoughts on that when Apple and Google. And I'm Dominic Chu. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.